You've heard James say it a million times. Respect the polygon. At Weather Call, we make the polygon better. We call, text, or email you so you'll always know when you're in danger. No matter who you are, there's a Weather Call solution right for you. Check us out at weathercallservices.com.
All right, back in the saddle again. This is the weather briefing video. This is for Monday, June the 24th. I'm James Spann, Alabama's weather, featuring summertime heat. What do you expect here in late June? And looky here, a little surprise going on this morning. Surprise, surprise. Got some thunderstorms in progress to start the day. Again, we're live here at 5:13 this morning. And a surface boundary, we don't like to call them fronts this time of the year, certainly not going to bring a big air mass change, but still a surface boundary pushing in from the north, producing a band of thunderstorms across central Alabama this morning. First time we've seen rain on radar in a while. The bulk of the storms are now along and south of a line from near Tuscaloosa to Talladega to about Wadowee. And those storms are featuring a lot of loud thunder, some brief heavy rain, and they're moving to the south. North of Interstate 20, things are quiet. One small shower over Marion County near Hamilton, and those will gradually sink southward this morning. So again, and I think by afternoon, the better chance of any scattered storms will be across the far southern part of the state. And the one thing that will happen with a surface boundary, the dew points come down. So the humidity value is not that bad today for most of the state, even though it certainly will be hot. So here's the big picture. There's a big heat ridge centered a little west of the state, and we're kind of on the periphery of that. We have a northwest flow aloft, and again, that's pushing that boundary in here. There's a trough coming into the northeast United States. We'll check the radar composite across the region. And again, you can see that little band of showers and storms stretching through parts of central Alabama and central Georgia. So there's a classic case of the urban heat island effect early this morning. These are temperatures, and you can see most spots are in the 70s across north central Alabama. But look at Birmingham, 86 degrees. That's where the heat is typically trapped by the infrastructure in the cities. Around the rest of the state, mostly mid to upper 70s. Montgomery at 77. Huntsville, Mobile, 79. So there is a heat advisory today for Mobile, Baldwin, Washington, and Escambia counties in southwest Alabama. And again, as we start to show these maps, understand if you were to travel from, say, Atmore over to Andalusia, you won't notice any difference in the heat. This is a Weather Service criteria thing. They issue these when the heat index is expected to exceed 105. It will be hot everywhere today. But again, the heat advisories extend west of the state from Mississippi and Louisiana into parts of the Great Plains. Here's the severe weather outlook for the rest of today and tonight. We have a marginal risk for the coast of the Carolinas, and a more significant risk over the upper Midwest and parts of the Great Lakes, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, and some of the adjacent states. This is tomorrow. Got a risk of severe storms, again, from the Great Plains into the Great Lakes. That would include Des Moines, Chicago, Detroit. And on day 3, which is Wednesday, got a risk of severe storms from near Little Rock up into the northeast around Boston with a surface boundary. Let's look at rain for the next 7 days, and understand we've got the scattered showers and storms this morning. And in summertime, almost every day, you'll have some risk of a pop-up storm in the afternoon. And of course, when and where they form, we just don't know. They're totally random. So these maps are very hard to draw this time of the year. But generally speaking, for most places, rain amounts will likely be 1/2 inch or less between now and Monday morning of next week, but your number could vary. The tropics are really quiet here on June 24th. We've got that one little feature that's come into Mexico south of Brownsville, Texas, that will not develop. It's basically inland. And you can see on the satellite view there, just clear as a bell, all the way from the Gulf to the coast of Africa. So no tropical trouble, at least for the next 7 days. And it looks like we're good through the 4th of July for the central Gulf Coast. Panama City Beach, Destin, Fort Walton, Pensacola, Gulf Shores. But again, we caution everybody, typically the peak of the season comes later. in late July, August, and September. That's when the waves begin to come off the African coast, and we can see those big hurricanes moving all the way across. But again, for now, things nice and quiet. So model fans, here we go. This is the GFS. This is the 06 Z run, valid today at 4. And again, you can see we have the upper high centered west of the state. We have a trough over the northeast United States. And again, a drier air mass will be advecting in here today. So we have the scattered storms this morning on the boundary that'll be pushing to the south. And really, I think by evening, there's just not going to be much happening here. Let's go to the high-resolution HURRD. This is valid this evening at 6 o'clock. And you can see a few scattered showers and storms over the southern third of the state. But even there, it's not going to rain everywhere. And again, obviously, highs will be in the 90s today. Tomorrow, I think, will be dry. The chance of a shower very small. Highs upper 90s. And again, there could be a spot touching 100, but the dew points won't be that bad. So as summer days go, the humidity not too high. And then on Wednesday, the chance of showers and storms will increase. I would suggest this might be the one day this week with the better chance of any one spot getting a shower or storm. And again, that's with a surface front approaching. We still can't promise rain for everybody, but we'll have scattered showers and storms around. Heat levels come down with highs in the low and mid-90s on Wednesday. Thursday, evidence will see drier air pushing into the northern half of the state with a better chance of scattered showers and storms down to the south. Same thing on Friday, partly sunny, hot, highs in the 90s, maybe a storm in scattered spots, especially for South Alabama. And for the weekend, just typical summertime weather. This is Saturday and this is Sunday. Both days, partly sunny, hot, humid, scattered mostly afternoon and evening showers and storms. The chance of any one spot getting a shower in the 30 to 35% bracket, most of them coming between about 2 and 10 p.m. Looks very standard. And a week from today, this is Monday, the 1st of July. Got that 594 heat ridge centered a little west of here. And again, just hot, muggy, a few widely scattered storms. Let's go out 10 days. This is Wednesday, the 3rd of July. Wednesday of next week. And again, that big old heat ridge right on top of us. And of course, if that's the case, hot, muggy, scattered, random showers and thunderstorms. As we approach that 4th of July holiday, looks very, very typical. And again, no sign of any tropical trouble. Here's a look at rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the European ensemble. Looking for the green line on that chart. That's the mean of the ensemble members. The mean, a little over 1 inch between now and the 10th of July. We'll check the numbers for Birmingham. Hey, it's summer. Highs in the 90s, lows in the 70s. Right on through the 4th of July. If you're looking for a break in the heat, maybe September, this is the latest 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for July 1st through July 7th. And again, we're solidly in the red with temperatures above average with that ridge sitting on top of us. All right, so let's see here. We had a lot of folks at the Gulf Coast, obviously. I love it when the Blue Angels come home. They had an air show yesterday up at Dayton, Ohio. And this is the Blue Angels coming back at Pensacola Beach last night. That's always a cool scene. And boy, check this out. This is the pier at Pensacola. Here they come. Boom. Wow. Great sunset on the Gulf Coast. Of course, we have horrible, horrible problems with rip currents down here. We have had such high loss of life in the last week on the Gulf Coast. And again, it's becoming more of a social science problem. In the weather business, it's kind of the same thing where we see loss of life from tornadoes with excellent warnings. And, it goes beyond the physical science. It goes into social science. And I think it's the same thing for the rip current problem we have here, where a lot of folks maybe don't understand the flags or they ignore the flags and just understand that those flags are important. So double red flags, the water's closed. Red flags, there's a clear danger of rip currents, but the water's not totally closed. But other than that, the sunset was gorgeous there last night. That's a good-looking sunset. Boy, what a nice pool there. A lot of folks on the Alabama lakes. We are blessed to have some fine lakes in this state. These were taken last night. Absolutely clear. I thought before we go here, I'd show one more little tidbit here concerning the rain. The one thing I don't like, it's droughts. And it's getting dry around here, despite the fact we have the storms in scattered spots this morning. This is a look at the numbers for Birmingham. And again, your number could be different. But so far for the year, the rain total 24.24 inches. That's 5.10 inches below average. And for the month of June so far, we're 24 days in here, the total is only 1.43 inches, and that's over 2 inches below average. So we could use some rain, and again, we've got a little bit this morning. A little surprise thunderstorm action with a surface front, a boundary pushing in from the north. And again, you can see the bulk of the showers and thunderstorms are south of Interstate 20, moving south. So we can't promise rain for everybody here, but again, if you're south of Interstate 20, you've got the chance of a passing storm this morning with loud thunder, brief heavy rain, gusty winds. These things are not severe. They're beneficial. They're good to see on radar, but and again, probably dry tomorrow, but we'll see a number of these likely on Wednesday. And it's the same thing. We can't promise rain for everybody, but hopefully you'll snag a shower or storm this week. We call it the Summertime Thunderstorm Lottery. All right, let's look at the schedule here. For those that don't know, I was off last week. Every year it's the same situation for me. I'll take one vacation week after VBS at our church, which is a very high-intensity week if you've ever worked VBS before. So back in the saddle for this week, and today I'm going to be in Mountain Brook at St. Luke's Day School, seeing the kids in the summer program there. Tomorrow, Ardent Preschool and Trace Crossings in Hoover, and then the Gaston Boys and Girls Club in Birmingham after that. Wednesday, going to be in Helena, Riverside Baptist Camp, their summer camp. That's always a lot of fun. Thursday, I've got a couple of stops. I'll be at a Hoover Police Camp, a summer program they have for kids at Berry Middle School. And then Camp Journey, that's a program put on by the Shelby County Sheriff's Office. That'll be at Oak Mountain Middle School. And we have a weather radio programming event in Northport Thursday evening. We're going to be at the Lowe's. And the deal is, if you need some help with your weather radio, everybody needs one. If you want us to check it, if you need one, you can buy one there. We'll program it on the spot. It's going to be at the Lowe's in Northport, right there, McFarland Boulevard. 4 until 6:30 Thursday. Friday, got a program in Montevallo at the library. Their summer program there. And Saturday, we have a book signing. And we are going to be in Fort Payne at the Spot Coffee Shop. And it's going to be from 10 until 2. We love coming to DeKalb County. So again, the Spot Coffee Shop, 10 to 2 on Saturday. And we'd love coming to Fort Payne. Have a lot of fun there. And yeah, don't forget Weather Brains tonight. It's Monday night. We're back on Monday night this week as vacation is over. Weather Brains, for those that don't know, it's the show for weather geeks, dweebs, nerds, dorks, and weenies. 7 o'clock Central Time, youtube.com/weatherbrains. Of course, the podcast is how most people listen. That'll be out late tonight. And as always, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.